You are watching this because you are ready to start creating content that actually converts potential clients into actual booked clients in your lash business. With that being said, if you missed part 1 of this video, go watch that before you watch this. It talks about how to create your brand identity because that ties into how we're going to create our social feed as well. And if you learned something out of this video, please leave it in the comment section down below. I can't wait to see what you guys think about this video. And enough of me yapping, let's go watch the video.
What is the other thing that you were struggling with? But I think I was struggling with, apart from like now I feel like it helped me find like my brand identity. I feel like being able to portray that in like getting content, if that makes sense. Taking pictures or how to like edit something so it can go a certain type of way to keep the same vibe and like flowing on your page. So I feel like the other thing would be like, yeah, I guess rebuilding my page into something, even though I know I want to like keep like the old stuff there because it's like, okay, it shows where you started from, but I feel like now kind of incorporating like a new vibe, a little more professional. Not so much of the same repetitive thing that I feel like I had on my page, which is just angle the same everything of just a video of like eyes. That's like all I would have on there. Like build it up a little more. Yeah,
perfect. So now that we have your brand identity,
here I'm explaining to Gabby the importance of keeping things consistent, simple, and easy for you. And what I mean by this is if you want to create consistency and cohesiveness on your Instagram feed, it is important to have a background that you can consistently use to create that cohesiveness. Whether it's your bed, it's something behind your head like a blanket or a bath mat, or it's just a simple colored wall or accent wall that identifies that it is your brand in your company.
And then that way you can have something really nicely in the background of your pictures. So for an example, here we have the white, and then I sometimes like to get the floor because it looks concrete and I like the vibe that it gives it. So it looks really, really pretty. Another thing that I like to do is just find a white wall. A white wall will make it look so clean and professional, and it'll make it look so effortless. And so next, I would like to show you how to take better pictures, because that's something that you have been asking me for, is how to basically take better pictures. Taking better pictures comes with time and a lot of practice. Like, I didn't get good at taking pictures. I don't think I'm even that great at taking pictures. Like, with time, it has evolved. And even sometimes when people are like, can you take me a picture? Like, you're such a great content creator or whatever. I'm like, oh, I get nervous. I don't know.
like it's too much pressure.
And so the more you learn, the more you take pictures, the better you'll get at it. What I like to do is I like to watch YouTube videos of videographers or photographers who like do this for a living and pay attention to some of their tips and tricks, and that helps me a lot. So I'll show you some of the tips and tricks that I've learned along the way, but I highly recommend you to watch some YouTube videos about them.
By the way, if you're watching this, it's because you're ready to take your lash business seriously and take the guessing out of it. I offer a mentorship program that helps you build your lash business from scratch. The link is in the description down below to apply.
So normally you have a lash bed like this, right? And I'm 5'4". I can't really see the best, so I use a little step stool like this, and this helps me to be a little bit elevated and higher up. So if you need a step stool, invest in one. This is amazing because it'll help you get a better angle. So I'm gonna put it down. Is this screen recording?
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm gonna grab my phone and I'm gonna position my client right. There's these little grids that I have on my phone, and my phone is not straight like this or like this. It's kind of at an angle with me. And I'm gonna get a little bit closer and I'm gonna zoom in, and I'm gonna tilt the phone towards me a little to not have it so flat like this, but more like this at an angle. And then I'm gonna come in and make sure that I'm not seeing like a double chin, or I'm not seeing anything. And I'm not seeing anything like too ugly. We want it to look pretty, you know? We like pretty things. So you can get a little bit closer, maybe come at a little angle and take your photo. Now let's get a little bit closer in here. Remember, you can always tilt it a little forward this way as well. If you don't feel like it looks good, tilt it this way. So right here, I'm gonna tilt this way, and I really like this. And then you can remember lower your exposure so you can have a better view. There you go. So now let me show you how I do my videos. I'll go to video mode, and same thing. I like to start at a kind of slight angle this way and go over and move my phone. Or I can also do this, and I'm just moving my phone. So I'm gonna show you by recording. And you can always guide your model and ask her, can you please close? Okay, when I ask you to open, please open. Ready, go. Just follow my camera, and you can move the phone, look up to the sky, And kind of zoom in. Move the phone with you. Don't feel like you have to just go like this and that's it. No, move the phone, guide your model, show her how you want to be. I don't even know if you can see me. You can also zoom in a little bit. Go ahead and look up. Follow my finger. There you go. Stay right there. Don't move. And look at your work. Take 2 or 3 stuff and go look at your work. See how you like it. If you don't like it, delete it and see what is it that you don't like and retake your picture. That's gonna help you a lot. Ooh, look at this one. So in this case, I'm noticing that the bed is a little too flat. So what I wanna do is I wanna kind of tilt it a little bit more. And if you, in your case, you cannot tilt your bed higher, maybe you can prop them up a tad bit. So let me lift you up a tiny bit. There you go. Okay. So now I lifted her up a little bit and I'm gonna come in and do the same thing. As you can see, this looks a little bit better. Yeah, way better. Okay, just kind of look this way. Don't look at me, don't look at the camera. Get ready, set, go. And move the phone. Don't move much of your body. Try to keep your elbows inside your rib cage so you have a steady phone and it's not like shaky. And for example, in this case, I have a chair here that's kind of blocking my view. Let's move the chair. Take it out of it. Make sure that your environment looks presentable, welcoming, it looks aesthetic, it looks nice. So now I like this a little bit more. We're gonna zoom in ever so slightly. Nice. You can turn here. Gorgeous. You can start from one area to the other, or you can even go like this. If you start here, have your model look at your video, at your phone, sorry, and then exit and come this way and stop. You know, you're just kind of gliding. You can also do the same thing in opposite direction. Get a little bit closer, and you can have your model just stare into your camera. You can be like, okay, ready? Go ahead and close. When I say open, you're gonna open. You start recording, go ahead and open. You can get closer. Nice, and you can even move your phone angle. So now I have a few different pictures and options to kind of select from. So now I want to take another video with the light that we have now. So please just look that way. Thank you. Go ahead and close. When I ask you to open, please go ahead and open. Always guide your model because they don't know what they're doing. You're the artist here. You're the one that has to guide them. So go ahead and open. When I come with the camera, please look at the camera. Nice. Blink ever so slightly. So you can always get a little bit closer, zoom in, and make your videos a little bit long. Don't make them too short, because that way you have different clips to cut from. Okay, I'm gonna do one more, just look straight up. And I'm gonna do this. And look towards me. Nice, you see how I just zoomed in? And it looks so pretty. Perfect. So remember, the rule of thumb is don't get your phone too straight nor too angled. It just has to be ever so slightly, and that way you get a good angle. And you can always move around to try to see where and what side looks the best. So in this case, maybe you want to take a video or a picture of her looking downward. You can take one like this. Move your phone around. And when you move your phone around, you just want to move the phone, not your whole body, because then the video is going to come out unstable and wobbly. So you just want to move the phone. And I always like to have my elbows tucked in because this gives me support, and that way I'm not like all over the place. Little tip. Now let's move on to taking pictures on a wall. Okay. So right now, Gaby is going to take pictures of me and practice what I just taught her. She has all the skills she needs, the equipment that she needs. She has good lighting, and She's gonna fix her angles, and always fix your client. Make sure that their hair is good, whatever you need to do to make them look good. So that is your artist, you as the artist, that's your responsibility to ensure that things look nice. You saw how she adjusted the light? Good.
I found my finger. And the face should always be in the center?
Ideally, you want to keep it in your grid center. Always make sure you have a little grid on your camera phone. Make sure that your settings are on point. You want to always shoot in 4K, 24 frames per second or 30 frames per second.
Okay.
And then the face should always be in the center. It helps. Or at least have the eyes in the center of the little lines that are there. You see how there's a box? If you have the eyes in the center of that line, it's going to look proportionate. It's not going to look like it's too high or too low.
Okay.
You can always also ask your client, find a point in the wall or on the sky that they can look at. Like right now, I'm looking at this little hole.
Okay.
You see the hole?
Okay, I'm gonna have you just stare straight. Okay. They get shaky. When I'm like moving, I'm like, don't drop it.
So remember your elbows.
Okay.
Keep them close to you so you don't feel like you're gonna drop it.
Okay.
I don't know what it is about me and elbows. I feel like if I have them close, I feel more secure because like I'm kind of hugging myself.
You also have more like support, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Use your rib cage to support you.
Okay.
In a way.
Videos or pictures too?
Well, you need to work on both. So I would recommend both. So do 3 and 3.
Okay.
And then let's look at them.
Okay.
And when taking pictures, you can do different things. If you don't want to just take a picture of your eyes, you can ask your model, can you put your hands up? Like to your, like this to your hair? Or like you can have her like this. Different positions to help it kind of mix it up.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, that's cute. Oh my god.
Okay. Now why don't you check your work? And then I'll check it and let's see which ones you like.
Okay.
So she's showing me the pictures that she took and I gave her some tips. For example, it looks like my head is gonna fall off the bed. So we want a little bit more white space. You see how my hair doesn't look the greatest? And this is not just because I'm being picky about myself, but it doesn't look aesthetic on the picture or on the video. So we wanna fix that. So now let's retake these photos and fix those little imperfections to make the video look a little bit better. So let's go ahead and do that. So I was telling Gaby that these little details are important to pay attention to. That way you don't waste any time and you're not working harder. So you want to work a little bit smarter, not harder. Take a few pictures, videos, go look at them, ensure that everything is in position before you proceed on taking more. Because then you're just going to take pictures that are not going to be helpful or useful.
Yeah, that made a big difference.
Huge difference. Huh? Now it looks cleaner.
Okay, yes. Much better.
So now look at that picture that you took, or video, sorry. How do you like it?
I do like it.
You like it? Can you see it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, much better. You see how clean that looks? Okay, it's details that's gonna make your picture go from basic to, oh, that's nice. And if it doesn't, just let it be because it's an earring, but try. And then if your client has jewelry, take it out. So for example, I have my little necklace. Make it pop. You can even ask me to put my hands here or like here or like here. Ideas. And remember, you can always come around me. Don't feel like you always have to stay on one angle.
Okay.
Okay. Moving it around makes it look like you're not just standing in one place.
Okay. Like taking it from the other side?
No,
or
like
just
you can stay where you're at, but like for example, it seems like you're only here.
Okay.
You can move it to come over here too.
And start that way.
And then start that way and then bring it back this way.
Okay.
So you have different flows coming from different angles.
Okay.
There you go.
You look like a doll. Oh my gosh, you look so good.
So based off of this little exercise that we did, how do you feel like you did and what did you learn?
I feel like I noticed places that I can improve, which is helpful to me. I learned to focus a little more on the client. If they need to fix their hair, it's little small things like that make a big difference, and it can change the whole vibe of the picture. Making sure I have like a good background, the lighting, and as well as learning to not just stay in the same place, the same angle. Can play around with it. It's okay if like you don't like it at first, but go back and check your work and see what I don't like, and go back and fix that and redo it. Yeah.
Good. I love that. And something that we do here at TRL is we have like a little shot list, right? So for example, let's say you want to make sure your feed is cohesive. Create a shot list that you can follow, and no matter how you like what order you go, you'll always get those really good pictures that you want. So for example, you want to get 3 photos and 4 videos. 3 photos, including the side profile view, a top view, and a close-up. And then for your videos, you want to get one moving from left to right, and then another one from right to left. And then you want to get another one that zooms in. Whatever you want to do, but have a little shot list, like a guideline that you can follow for every time you do model sets or client pictures that you can easily take out and be like, okay, I got to do these shots. Click, click, click. Let's go. You know, obviously you want to check, you want to take 1 or 2 pictures and videos before you move forward and taking your other ones to ensure that the quality and everything that we just learned is there.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. So now let's move on to taking pictures on a wall. Okay. If this is already helping you, imagine what we can do working one-on-one together. I have mentorship spots open for beginners who want to get booked, build a brand, and feel confident about their work. The link to apply is in the description down below. All right, so now another great way to get more pictures of your clients is to put them against a white wall.
Okay.
If you don't have a white wall, just any plain wall, it doesn't have to be white, but any wall that you can keep them, but any wall that is just like clean, you know, that doesn't have too much going on. So for example, here, we don't want to push them against the wall. So we don't want them like this, because then that's going to look like a mugshot.
Okay.
We want them a little bit like, kind of, you know how this, it gives us a little break in between the wall and the human. So in my case, I use this and I have people kind of rest themselves here. So if you rest here, you can ask your client, okay, can you stand there? And you have to style your client, right? So see, if I just stand here, it doesn't look cute. But if you come and you adjust my hair a little bit, you put my hair and you make it look presentable, and maybe I stand with the chin a little bit tilted, and maybe I can do this to my hand and put it like right here, something, style me. So now I'm gonna try that with you. Okay. So go ahead and please stand right there. I'm going to do a demonstration, and then Gabby's going to go ahead and do it herself. So go ahead and stand there. Okay. Now let's move your microphone for right now because it doesn't look cute. Put your hand here. Okay, cool. That's really, really cute. So then you can either do regular photo mode or you can do portrait. In this case, I want to do portrait because it kind of clears your background. And if you have an iPhone, it'll look so pretty. So you know how we have the 4 little lines? In this case, I want to put her face right in the center of this line, which is the one furthest to the right. And I'm gonna put it right there, and I'm gonna take a little snap. Go ahead and look towards me. Nice, now look that way, stay looking that way. I'm aligning the center of her nose to the lines and making sure that her lip is right at the bottom corner of that. Make sure your phone is slightly angled and you have some head space right here. I always like to put like at least 4 fingers because that gives you the most cleanest look. No, I want to say like 2-3 fingers, not 4 for sure. Okay, so now I took some kind of half. Now I want to take some more in the center, and I'll kind of center her eyes right in between the little square. Go ahead and click, and remember, I'm still in portrait. Nice. So now look at these. Oh, they're cute. Sounds great. Maybe I didn't like something about it. Now I want to adjust you, okay? So instead of maybe doing this, change your hand placement and put it more here, like this, or how you're lifting your hands up. Like that, and you're looking down, but now look at me. So then you can come up a little bit higher. Make sure your client's eyes, look that way. Give me a slight smirk and move around until you find a good angle that you absolutely like. Don't stay in one place. Oh, that's cute. Look that way, look towards me. Give me a smile, how you would smile in a picture. What's your favorite side?
Ew, what is my, and obviously ew.
So that's a good tip to ask. Ask your client, like, what is your angle? Because everybody has their angle, right? So let me show you so far what we have.
Well, I like this side better. Yeah.
So far we have pictures like this, like that. You see how that looks just so clean and cute? Kind of looks like a mugshot in a way. I don't like how this looks because it's not too centered. I thought it would look nicer, but this is what I mean, that you gotta play around with it. That looks really pretty. That looks nice. Of course, we can fix this, but look at the angle. Look how it looks very aesthetic. The vibe is nice, right?
Yeah.
So now, like, maybe let's take another one like that.
Okay.
You like it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try it one more time. So you gotta play around, especially when you're doing your models. Try different angles. Okay, so you're like that. You like that angle? You were facing that way. So right here, I'm not much grabbing her elbows, but I am grabbing her face. Ready, set, smile. Nice. You can come up a little bit close, a little bit further away. Nice. So now, what other poses would you like to do? You can also ask your client, like, is there another pose that you feel comfortable doing if you don't know any other poses? So another thing you can also do is have them stay where they're at, and you can go into video mode. And here's where you can ask them to just kind of play around. So you can have, I'm gonna have you look that way and then turn around and look towards me. Okay? So kind of like estás un poco like distracted.
My head that way.
And then you come this way. Yeah. So now I'm gonna go a little bit closer. Fix your exposure. All right, go ahead and 1, 2, 3, look towards me. Nice, give me a smile. And now look the other way. Look again towards me. Beautiful, okay? So now you can check, like that one's nice. So just hold on, you would cut it here. As soon as you flip, that's where you would cut it. You see how you turned? And then kind of smile. That would be another clip. You see how you can use different clips to kind of cut them and paste them? That's where editing comes into place. Okay, so I'm gonna take a few more just so I can give you more examples, and then I'm gonna let you do it. Okay, so same here. So you can, I'm gonna stand here and I'm gonna walk around, and you follow with your eyes, not your face. Okay, you guys saw how I'm guiding her. So así quédate, me gusta como estás. Okay, give me a smile. Nice. Look that way. Look at me again. That's very pretty. Let me show you. And you can find different ways, different angles, you know. Now I want you to try it. I showed you some examples, and I want to see what you do in your own perspective, because we all have different creativities, right? So now you try it. What did you learn with our little session right now that you're going to incorporate into your stuff?
I learned a lot about like angles and repositioning people, but I also learned that I feel like for myself, I notice I get a little shy when I'm gonna like, oh, if I'm gonna move my client, or oh, can you do this? Or even then, I feel like sometimes even when I'm gonna lash them and they're like too low, and I ask them, can you please come up? And they come up and they don't come up enough, and then I feel bad telling them again. So that's like a me thing though. I'm like, I feel like I need to get better at that. I shouldn't feel bad for it. I should feel more comfortable, be a little more confident in doing these things. So I'm like being able to like move them, and
Communication. It's literally learning how to communicate with your client. So for example, with me, you know how we have the black pillows? I always tell my client, can you please come up higher and make sure that your shoulders are touching the pillow? That helps a lot. And if they don't come high up enough, I'm like, a tad bit higher, please. And I make it funny. I make it like, I'm sorry, a little bit higher, please. Like, I make it very light. So they're not like, ugh. But usually nobody cares. It's just like, okay, remember, you have to be comfortable. They're comfortable. Why don't you? All right, let's get into these shots for you. Okay? All right. How do you want me to stand? You tell me, you guide me, okay? Yes, Nas.
I'm gonna have, I like your hand on your head.
Okay.
Like tilt a little bit. Yes.
Okay, let me remove this.
That makes it cute. Then we're taking pictures, right?
You can do pictures and videos. You always want to get a little bit of both. So you have a lot to work with. You know? I always rather get more than what I actually need. And that way, like in case you don't like certain shots, you can take from other places. Okay, that makes sense. So you want to like this like this.
You take pictures first.
Some people are just so photogenic.
It's you. I'm like, oh, I want to be.
Have you ever heard of smileys? Smiley eyes?
Like smiles? Yeah.
You want to try to communicate that to your client, like, can you do smiley eyes? Like smile with your eyes. See if they can do it. Some girls can, they just get a little shy, but you have to make them feel comfortable. You know? How else do you want me? Some people will make it easier for you, some won't. But try to adjust your client, like, oh, if you like see they have like a double chin. If your chin up a little bit, make them look good as much as you can, you know? Of course, maybe what you think looks good, they may not think it looks good, because we're all very critical, self-critical of ourselves. But like, oh, I thought this looked great. And it's like, they might not look it, you know?
Yeah.
So try to make them look as good as you can. That's really pretty. Really nice. I like this one.
That's cute.
Mm-hmm.
And the accessories just eat also. Like your watch, and like it makes it stand out.
I'm not a huge fan of the elbow here.
I think if it's closer, it's fine. But if it's kind of awkward, like
yes. So this, maybe if you zoom it in a little bit more, like that, it would look nicer. You see that? So try that again and make sure you make it look a little bit more presentable. Okay.
Keep it in portrait though.
Keep it in portrait, or you can do regular photo.
Okay.
Whatever you think looks good, wherever your environment is at. Because some environments are better in portrait, some environments are better in regular photo. Okay. So you have to kind of learn how to see which one works best for your current situation.
Okay.
Always have your clients be like straight. I think I forgot to mention.
Okay, yeah. I took these not in vertical. Yeah, just like that.
Do you like it better?
Yeah.
I like that one.
That one's cute.
That one's cute. That one's really cute. So you see how this changed completely from how you're taking it compared to the other one? The elbow doesn't look as big anymore. It looks a little bit more like petite and stuff. And so here, it's a really nice picture, everything. Here, maybe I would ask me to smile a little bit more because I look a little mean. I love the headspace here and here. Both are great. You see how this one's just a little bit lower, but I still love it. This one's nice.
I love this from before too. Yeah.
Here, I would have fixed, there's too much space here.
Okay.
I would fix this because this is nice, and but it can be better. Okay. So I can try a few more like that if you like that aesthetic.
Okay.
You like that aesthetic? Okay. So now just get a little bit closer so it can look nice on your feed. I showed you some examples of how to take videos and pictures laying down and standing on a wall. Overall, how do you feel about this exercise that we did? What do you feel like you learned that's new? And what do you feel like you already knew but like you've made better?
From this exercise, I learned that you can make the most out of like the tools you have. Even then, well, before we started, I couldn't coach. I was like, oh, I think I need a new phone or this. But it's like, no, you just need to know how to use it properly. Even then, you helping me change the settings on it, and it made a huge difference already. Something I feel like I already like kind of knew how to do because you have had kind of taught me before was learning how to like play around with the angles and like making sure the pictures are like proportioned in a way, your background to like your model. So learning to move around my person and be comfortable with telling them, hey, okay, can you do this? Let's try this. Or not be afraid to take a picture and how you said it's a bad picture, but it's okay. Go ahead and learn from that and change it around, look at it and like go from there. So I feel like I did get a lot of like new tools that I want to like implement and start using. That'll kind of help me, I feel like, take better content and better pictures.
Good. I'm glad this helped you. I'm glad you learned, and I can't wait to see like how your Instagram feed transforms with all the tips and tricks we taught you today. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you.
Of course. That is a wrap. I hope you guys learned something while I was teaching Gaby how to take better quality pictures and how to create her brand identity. This was just kind of a brief outline. If you guys have any questions, any concerns, thoughts, leave them in the comment sections down below. And once again, thank you so much for watching. My name is Tatiana Garcia. It was a pleasure hanging out with you guys. Until next time, thank you so much. Bye. Mwah.